Most asked C programming interview questions. Q1. What are the key features in the C programming language? Portability. It is a platform-independent language. Modularity. Possibility to break down large programs into small modules. Flexibility. The possibility of a programmer to control the language. Speed. High speed when compared with other high-level languages. Extensibility. Possibility to add new features by the programmer. Q2. What are the basic data types associated with C? Int. Represent the number, integer float, number with a fraction part. Double precision floating point value. Char. Single character. Void. Special purpose type without any value. Q3. What is the description for syntax errors? The mistakes/errors that occur while creating a program are called syntax errors. Misspelled commands or incorrect case commands. An incorrect number of parameters in calling method/function. Data type mismatches can be identified as common examples for syntax errors. Q4. What is the process to create increment and decrement statement in C? There are two possible methods to perform this task. Use increment, ++ and decrement operator. Example: when x equals 4, x ++ returns 5 and x returns 3. Use conventional plus or sign. Q5. What are reserved words with a programming language? The words that are a part of the standard C language library are called reserved words. Example: void, return int. Q6. What is the explanation for the dangling pointer in C? When there is a pointer pointing to a memory address of any variable, but after some time the variable was deleted from the memory location while keeping the pointer pointing is called as. Q7. Describe static function with its usage. A function, which has a function definition prefixed with a static keyword, is defined as a static function. The static function should be called within the same source code. Q8. What is the difference between abs and fabs functions? Both functions are to retrieve absolute value. Abs is for integer values and fabs is for floating type numbers. Prototype for abs is under the library file and fabs is under. Q9. Describe while pointers in C. Uninitialized pointers in the C code are known as while pointers. They point to some arbitrary memory location and can cause bad program behavior or program crash. Q10. What is the difference between ++a and a++? ++a is called prefixed increment and the increment will happen first on a variable. A++ is called postfix increment and the increment happens after the value of a variable used for the operations. Q11. Describe the difference between equals and equals symbols in C programming. Equals is the comparison operator which is used to compare the value or expression on the left-hand side with the value or expression on the right-hand side. Equals is the assignment operator which is used to assign the value of the right-hand side to the variable on the left-hand side. Q12. What is the explanation for prototype function in C? Function with the following information to the compiler. Name of the function. The return type of the function. Parameters list of the function. Prototype function in C. Q13. What is the explanation for the cyclic nature of data types in C? Some of the data types in C have special characteristic nature when a developer assigns value beyond the range of the data type. There will be no compiler error and the value changes according to a cyclic order. This is called cyclic nature. Char, int, long int data types have this property. Q14. Describe the header file and its usage in C programming. The file containing the definitions and prototypes of the functions being used in the program are called a header file. It is also known as a library file. Q15. There is a practice in coding to keep some code blocks in comment symbols and delete it when debugging. How this affects when debugging? This concept is called commenting out, and this is the way to isolate some part of the code which scans possible reason for the error. Also, this concept helps to save time because if the code is not the reason for the issue, it can simply be removed from comment. Q16. What are the general description for loop statements and available loop types in C? A statement that allows the execution of statements or groups of statements in a repeated way is defined as a loop. The following diagram explains the general form of a loop. Loop statement. There are 4 types of loop statements in C. While loop, for loop, do while loop, nested loop. Q17. What is a nested loop? A loop that runs within another loop is referred to as a nested loop. The first loop is called the outer loop and the inside loop is called the inner loop. Q18. What is the general form of function in C? The function definition in C contains 4 main sections. Return underscore type function underscore name parameter list. Body of the function. Return type, data type of the return value of the function. Function name, the name of the function, and it is important to have a meaningful name that describes the activity of the function. Parameters, the input values for the function that are used to perform the required action. Function body, collection of statements that performs the required action. Q19. What is a pointer on a pointer in C programming language? A pointer variable that contains the address of another pointer variable is called pointer on a pointer. This concept refers twice to point to the data held by a pointer variable. Pointer on pointer. Q20. What are the valid places to have keyword breaks? The purpose of the break keyword is to bring the control out of the code block which is executing. It can appear only in looping or switch statements. Q21. What is a sequential access file? General programs store data into files and retrieve existing data from files. With the sequential access file, such data are saved in a sequential pattern. When retrieving data from such files, each data is read one by one until the required information is found. Thank you for watching.